His focus and parallelization of young white men telling those least historically demonstrated to abuse identity politics. He's lecturing to them instead of trying to germinate his message with Muslims and Jews, those most demonstrated historically to clamor to collectivism in today's day and age. So some people have really pointed out the connection between Judaism and communism and the massive overlap in terms of the personnel of people who carried out communism and perpetrated mass genocides in Eastern Europe and in Russia. You know, it's funny how how the Jewish people seem to be really collectivistic, and they're either like super global homo or they're really super nationalists, and only about 25% of them are super nationalists. But those people manage to cobble together an ethno-state. And, oh, by the way, I'm not going to lecture to them. Oh, and I'm not going to lecture to the Muslims who want to subdue the entire planet with their death cult ideology. No, I'm not going to go to the countries where that message is most needed. I mean, this is the same thing with antinatalists who go, oh, conscientious white people in Iowa? Oh, we need to have less children, so we impact the environment less. It's the same thing. This message should be spread in Pakistan. This message should be spread in India. This message should be spread in Malaysia and maybe in China and sub-Saharan Africa, where people are just breeding themselves into extinction, and people are so massively into identity politics, and everything is tribalism, and everything is identity to them, and nothing has anything to do with higher values and higher principles. So he's paralyzing the people least historically demonstrated. We come from the founding fathers here in America. We come from founding stock. We come from people who built civilization through manifest destiny, not imperialism and not colonialism as it is painted out to be, through an expansion as pioneers and settlers and adventurers, people with ideals, people with higher universal principles. And what's this guy going to do? Well, he's going to lecture down to them, and he's going to tell them how they should be, a little bit ashamed of themselves for perceiving there to be blandishments. It's total nonsense. Total nonsense. Oh, you see blandishments? Well, that's not good. It's very douchey, and he should be putting himself in countries where his message is needed the most, and getting interpreters and getting translators. But we all know why he won't do that. We all know why he won't do that, because free speech allows him to do things that work against free speech. He's the safest here in the West, and so that's where he's going to be, like a parasite.